Oh boys, Paradox has done it. They've made my day worse. Not because of a bad DLC or update, but because they've added a new country to the game. You don't know, I had a little series on the channel called Hoi4 A to Z. It's where I play every single star nation in the game, but now they've added a new nation that starts with A, but we'll get to that at some point. Instead, today we'll be taking on the magical journey of Ethiopia, because they've got a brand new focus tree and a brand new update in the game. I sure as heck do be excited for it too. But first, a quick overview of my statistical abilities in Hoi4. Boy, I have unlocked pretty much all the pictures now. But today I will pick the Mexican hat one. Oh boy, there she be. Ethiopia. Also right next to Ethiopia is another nation that we're not going to be talking about right now because I want to save my extra brain cells I have left over from Hoi4 A to Z for another day. Yo, what's that Uzi doing? Hello, we start in one hell of a predicament. The dick part of that statement being Mussolini invading my country. So we're going to give him a little bit of a spanking to get out of my damn country. And here it is, the brand new Ethiopian focus tree. Look at that bad boy. It's bigger than the old Italian one. That's actually not too difficult though if you think about it. And I think we'll be doing the communist path today. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we need to beat back the Italian menace by starting the second Italo-Ethiopian war right here. I have a dream, and that dream is not being invaded by spaghetti. As you can see in the north, we have some very favorable terrain that we're gonna go ahead and defend here, but we need to keep our border open to the fact that this new nation right here will flip to the Italians, and we can't have that happening. I am the economic powerhouse of Africa. Well, that one civilian factory we have is going to disappear to the French because we need their steel so we can build more gun. Look how much gun we make. So much gun. Holding up in the north's pretty damn easy peasy. As you can see, the terrain's very favorable. Just got to make sure I don't slip up. And in the south, well, we have a different situation. Not so much good terrain, but we do have the cheat button. Now, the longer we actually hold out for, the easier this will get for us, as we do get the war escalation system over here, which will give us a whole bunch of handy buffs to slap Mussolini's bald head. Event just happened, and this is about to get annexed into Italy, so we're really just going to try and walk into there and at least take this bottom province, which will give us one military factory more. There we go, that's all that matters. We did lose our civilian, but who the hell cares? We got another factory for more gun. Anyway, I know we're in this catastrophic war right now, but how about we change governments to a way more radical one called communism? Hello, I am in the desert. It's not very fun in the desert. Well, Mr. Selassie, you served us well, but it is time for you to leave. We get an option to exile him or go ahead and just straight up lock him up, which we're going to do because we're in it for the Anarchy. That'll spawn us a few more divisions, nothing good, but we're going to throw him down here on the southern front in the desert. Alright, now we got two options. Soviet aid, which is way more easier, but it will turn us into a Soviet puppet, or we can go ahead and embrace a little thing called anarchism. I think you know which one I'll be picking today. I'm sorry, sir, but our spaghetti policy is 0. You're going to have to take that back home, or you're not coming in. Next part, we are going to start begging the other communist nations around the world for guns, and thankfully, my ally Paraguay is all about it. I mean, it ain't a lot, but I'm in a bit of a precarious situation where every gun matters. All I'm going to say is that some communist brothers are more helpful than others. Not naming names. We're also going to grab quick improvisation. It makes last stand way cheaper to use, and we get way more command power quicker, which again we need for the last stands in the south, which is more important than a land doctrine to me. Oh, and Japan's a bit upsetty spaghetti that I stole a Japanese anarchist, but you know what, deal with it. Sorry Japan, there's no god nor anime here. So yep, still just holding out endlessly, waiting for guns. Now your best bet will be asking Mongolia and Tanatuva for guns, because they will give them to you. I'm gonna be real with you, Japan. I've got bigger things to worry about. It's almost time for a counter-offensive. The offensive shall begin soon. We got our army morale boost from the little escalation over there. And as soon as I go ahead and get my mercenaries from the focus tree, I think we're going to try take the north. Emphasis on the try part. Counter-attack! Now, you can accept this peace if you really want to, but it does mean that you won't get Somalia and Eritrea from them, I believe. So we're just going to keep going anyway. Oh, so I moved down to the south and we got enemy desertions, which, oh my, that is nice. Yeah, ran into a bit of a wall up in the north, but as you can see, the south is now wrapped up. And there we go. We're going to move the rest of our forces, except a couple, just to garrison the ports, just in case the Italians get any more brave ideas, and then hopefully get the north. Alright, we're only a few guns short from our southern offensive now, but all our guys in the north are fully equipped with our brand new Mongolian rifles. Well, I'll give myself a pat on the back for this one. Have an army consist of a certain number of veteran divisions. We got the Bronze Award, baby! I love Tanatuva and Mongolia. They are single-handedly winning this war. Yeah, Stalin though. I ain't got much love for Stalin. Into the sea, you pasta-eating fascist! We did it! Now it's time to get peace. Yeah, also make sure you garrison your ports. Italy will come back. Oh no. Oh no. There we go, finished our focus to get peace, and there you go, it's beautiful. Yeah, we don't get calls on Somaliland or Eritrea though, and the Italians didn't leave it to garrison, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. We've also gone for a wee bit of a rebranding. Still got a little bit of a problem with the rebels. Haven't really bothered looking at the rest of the world, but I guess World War II's happening. But that doesn't really involve me, so I'm just gonna go stare at this for a while. Yeah, that's right, I got a new leader. It's just some guys hanging out. Hey, you know, just a couple of bros doing some things, doing some stuff. Platonically. I'm sorry, you're not revolutionary enough. Yeah, thing is, with this whole anarchism thing, if we get a bit too anarchaic, our whole country will fall apart. So we should probably watch out for our stability, because if we go below 15%, we will explode. It's just like the movie Speed. Yeah, just like the movie. Alright, now we get the decisions to actually cause a bit of colonial unrest around us. The one feature we've always wanted, Paradox, you finally did it. You added it. Anti-French propaganda. For so long, the game has been missing something, and I know what it is. Hate towards the French. They just shit around eating croissants and baguettes and oniony soup. What's that all about? More importantly, I can also promote some resistance in all the colonial provinces next to me, which is what we're doing. Okay, can only do one at a time though, which is a bit late. Oh, there we go. We popped one out over here. We got the Somali Democratic Republic, and we can demand that they peace out their war, so they should be completely untouched by the British. There you go. Welcome to the Revolutionary Front. Alright, so we're causing revolution everywhere. It does cost 1,000 guns each time, so what I've done is started producing old guns. If I could quite literally send them in there with hammers, spears, and probably a stick, I would. And next we're inviting them into our African Union, which costs a lot of political power. Everything costs a lot of political power, but they've joined, and then we can further integrate them later. Oh, I can also invite Belgium to the African Union. I guess technically they are part of the African Union, as they're not in Europe anymore. Alright, so now we've done the Executive Council, which makes them our puppets if they accept, and then past that we get the integration focus, which will integrate them, will annex them into our actual nation. But this all requires a lot of political power. That's all I'm saying. You need to do a lot of political powering here. But hey, nothing says true anarchism like bureaucracy. Nobody said anarchism would be free. I just exploded the Belgian Congo there, and they said no to peace, so they're just at war with the Allies now. Oh, they beat them and did the peace conference, but they just released this nation, so I can still get them in the Union, which means I get to spend even more cool political power to get them integrated. And the problem is, we're so late in the game now, the British actually have full compliance on most of their African colonies, which means that even if I do the revolts, they don't revolt. By the time they've kicked off, they've already lowered the revolt risk back down. And once you've incited revolt and given them guns, you can only do it once, which means that eventually when it runs out, well, that's it. If you haven't kicked them off, you can never do it unless you do like a spy agency, I guess. Alright, I won't lie, I just spawned in political power because it's getting to the point now where it's not very fun. Yeah, even if you spend the political power, there's no way of them actually 100% saying yes. I think if they're communists, they have a bit of chance, but that's about it. Yeah, and as you can see, there's a lot of buttons to click, and a lot of them don't always say yeah. It's very interesting. And then, like, on top of that, you also have to spend the political power to obviously annex them too, which is just... I feel like this needs a little bit of work. Like, it's just a bit dumb. It makes sense these nations actually had a lot of resources and factories, but they don't. I also formed the Horn of Africa through my focus tree. We also get the cores on everyone we integrate through the African Union, which is very sparse because we obviously can't get them to revolt. I just feel at the least they should be able to let you to just do multiple revolts in a province. That would make this a little bit easier, but because you have to do so much with political power in this playthrough, it is just ridiculous. Again, like the provinces you take over to just have one, like literally like no resource for the majority of them and no building slots. So like it's a lot for nothing. And you also gotta remember you gotta increase development in your own country. Like you have to do all of these decisions on the map before your province doesn't even have buildings in them. There is I literally like I have no resources whatsoever, and I have no factories to really trade away resources because I'm currently trying to build up my country. I'm in the eternal loop of hell. I'll stop complaining though. It's definitely an interesting concept. I have tried to boost revolt risk by the spy agency, but yep, it can't get it up in time. That's what she said. But we are slowly building up our home provinces here to actually allow us to build in them and have some infrastructure, so maybe we might be able to do something by 1949. You know, I need to take my rage out on it. It's going to be the Portuguese. The Germans also arrived, so I'm going to get some revolt risk going in them too. And I don't know, maybe we'll get a Madagascar. But I don't think I'm going to bother anymore with this stuff. I think we've got enough land, and we can't even get the good provinces anyway. Oh, in all the games I've played so far, Soviets have done really well. Yeah, not this time. Here you go, tiny island. Here's some guns. Go wild. Oh, I made Tunis revolt, and they joined the Axis, which means I can't get them to peace out with the Allies. Excellent! Yeah, don't worry. By the time the Cold War's going, alright, I'm gonna be a world power, alright? I just gotta keep clicking these buttons enough. You know what, might as well start preparing for the Cold War while I'm at it, too. There's just something about this faction map that's not quite right. Morocco, why are you in the co-prosperity sphere? Yeah, I should probably come help the Soviets. It ain't looking Alright, never mind. The Soviets are now all the Allies. Well, in all fairness, you didn't send me any guns when I needed them, so... Yeah, a good suggestion would be that when you do these developments in the provinces, Paradox, that maybe you get some resources back. Not that I imagine you're going to change any of this, but it would be good, because all the good resources in Africa are all the way down here, and I can't get these provinces. Yeah, I gotta get involved. I don't think I'm going to join the Soviets. I think we're going to avoid that catastrophe. I mean, we're not exactly equipped for war, but... It's 1946. Although I had all my factories on guns this whole time, so I guess that's kind of my bad. Oh, we've got quite the contenders who want me to join their faction. Now I have declared war on the... Who do we pick? Yeah, it was the Allies, because who wouldn't want to join this front line? Actually, the German front line up here is not that bad. I just arrived on the German front line, and I've been removed from the Allies. Understandable, actually. I guess I could join China. Best part about this new update is building a TAC bomber, which has the range of this. Oh lordy. Okay, Churchill, you gotta make up your damn mind. I mean, I'm gonna join, but I don't think I'm gonna last that long. Let's see if I can make an impact before I'm inevitably kicked out of the faction once more. Okay, weirdly enough, the UK is very willing to give me a lot of provinces, so I'm just gonna yoink all these and go build factories in Ethiopia with them all. Considering I have 0% war participation, I don't think I'm gonna get anything in the peace deal here. I just realized if I lend-lease stuff to the UK, it knocks down their actual war participation. Not by a lot, but it does summon. I don't think it's going to be able to turn the tide here just because they have so much points. But yeah, Lend-Lease definitely lowers their war score, which is something to take note for like another game, I think. Oh, there go the Germans. And that just means we have to deal with the Bulgarians, and the UK just stole my front line. Thanks, guys. Why do the Germans still exist in southern France? What? Why do I have railway guns that capitulated to me over here as what? You just keep crawling on back, don't you, Churchill? I just keep finding all these German railway guns that capitulated to me when they died, and look, I got one right outside Stalingrad. Not that it matters, but I went down my naval tree, and look at that, you can buy some old destroyers from the UK. That's right, they'll be singing Ethiopia rules the waves any day with my mighty naval force of like 5 destroyers that are left. Oh no. There it is. The mighty Ethiopian Navy. Alright, well, there goes the peace conference. I have no damn points, so I don't think I'll be getting anything. You know, I actually didn't manage to get a lot. I got a couple African states. But I took Rome! The great Ethiopian African Union Empire, and I forgot the Allies are still at war with the Soviets. I'm just going to ignore that. It's safe to say this peace deal update didn't really change much in the way of peace deals, did it? I mean, hey though, we did get a bit of land in Africa. Not everything we would have wanted, because we can't cause revolts and there's 10 billion political power needed. Also, when I was asking for all that land off the UK, apparently I asked for Tibet. So yes, here we go, Ethiopian Tibet. So I think that's it for today. It was very interesting Ethiopian game. It's not the worst focus tree in the game. It's also not the best. I don't 100% like the way it played. It's a good idea. It just needs a lot of refining, if you ask me. It just requires way too much political power, way too much like just microing the decision tab and just clicking stuff. I really wish there was better stuff to do than just clicking decisions. Also, it would be way better if you could actually make a revolt more than once in one province, or at least let you do another revolt once the original one has run out after a certain time period. That would make this way more bearable, because obviously you've got loads of stuff to do as Ethiopia, like rebuilding your country, that when it comes to actual expansion, it's 1947 already and the UK's got 10 billion compliance, so you can't actually get them to revolt. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe button down below, and let me know what you think about Ethiopia in the new DLC, or if there's a better path to do. But anyway,